Ooh, baby. Sorry if you heard that. Waiting to see if we are going live anytime soon. There we are. If you heard me burp, I apologize to all of you. That was disgusting. Alright, anyway, we are going to translate some Influenza begins in Tokyo stuff. I will periodically check this to see if you guys have any questions. Hopefully you guys can read them. I fuddled this around to make it easier to read. Your questions. What I'm going to do this time, instead of just having the entire thing typed out ahead of time, I'm just going to take it slow, go through it piece by piece, and we're going to just translate the heck out of it, and I'm going to explain the grammar, okay? Alright, that sounds cool. Great, I'm glad you agree with me. I'm going to try to keep the questions area available and make this as big as I can. Before we continue, I want to announce that you can go to Quizlet.com, which you should be able to see in the comments below, or not the comments, the dibbly-doo, whatever you call that thing. Or if you go to my website, we'll have a link to this sort of stuff, and you can read all the super exciting vocab words. On a separate note, did you guys know that Ohio State beat Michigan today? It's a good day. Good day. Alright, we're talking about influenza, ryuko, epidemia, fashion. As a verb, it means spread. Hajimaru, begin. To is his capital city, so you find it after Tokyo. Happyou suru, to announce. Byoin is a clinic. Kuru, come. Kita, the past tense of kuru is kita, came. Heikin, average. Heikin suru will be to on average, or on an average. Ijo, equal to or greater than. Kangaeru is to think. Kangaeru, good, I typed it out right. Yasumi is a day off, a break. Youchien, kindergarten. Gakko, school. Arao is to wash. Wakuchin, vaccines. Chusha, injection, a shot. Kiotsukeru, be careful, take caution. Yu, to say. Kokuritsu, state established. This one's a new one. Kansensho, contagious infectious diseases. Basically contagions. Isn't it like a game or something? Kenkyusho is a lab research facility. Nihonju is throughout Japan. Good, I did write that so you guys can see it. I'm blind without my glasses. Alright, good, now I can see a little bit better. If you ever want to check out the flashcards, actual flashcards, just hit the flashcard button and it's like, what's up?
Influenza.
Influenza. Then you flip it over and you're like, oh, it means influenza.
Influenza.
Yeah, great. Okay, great. And you just right, left click to go through them. Up, down, click to flip them around. Click on the button.
Clinic. 病院.
To read them and hear them pronounced. I'm going to cut that and we're going to go over here. Oh, I got tiny. All right, great. Let's see if there's any questions before we begin. No one is watching me. I'm so lonely. Everyone's probably enjoying their Thanksgiving with their family. You'll be able to watch this on YouTube. Excitement. Okay, influenza no ryuko ga hajimaru. Okay, so just let's take it easy. Oops, wrong button. Let's take it easy. Let's take it chill. So we got X ga hajimaru. X ga hajimaru. The verb hajimaru is to begin. This means X begins. So what do we have with the ga particle? We have influenza no ryuko ga hajimaru. So the ryuko, the spread, the infection, the spreading of the influenza. Notice the no particle links the two nouns together. Influenza is a noun, ryuko is a noun. They get connected. So the spread of, or the epidemic of influenza begins. Ga hajimaru. So the beginning of flu season is upon them. Dun 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 dun. This is November 25th. Oh, that was Friday. Cool. Yesterday, Black Friday. Cool. Tokyo to. Tokyo to. This to is the capital city. It just instead of she, the capital city gets to. Tokyo to wa 11月24日 November 24th. Influenza no ryuko ga hajimatta to happyou shimashita. All right, so basically, we have the exact same sentence. In Tokyo, the city of Tokyo, happyou suru. Happyou suru, if you were paying attention close enough, is to announce. X to, verb of communication, equals X was communicated in whatever fashion's listed. So that means here we have X to happyou shimashita. Okay, and this actually should be is communicated or is communicated. So here we have happyo shimasu, which is like present to announce. So X was announced. This is pronounced happyo. I should not use kanji when we're doing this because some of you don't know kanji. Oh, so X to happyo shimashita. What was announced? We have this whole little dude right here. Hajimatta. So something began. So something began. It was announced. What began? Oh my god, that's so annoying. I wish I can get rid of that, but I don't know how. All right. Ryuko, the spread, the epidemic of influenza has begun. To happyo shimashita. It was announced that the influenza epidemic began. Okay, that's your sentence right there, and then it just gives you the where it was announced and or who announced it. I guess Tokyo announced it. I don't know how a city can announce something, but you know how government things are. The city announced something on November 24th. Itsumo no toshi, that's just a fancy way of saying every year. Itsumo no toshi. That's not really a grammar point. Itsumo is always, no toshi. Toshi is a fancy way of saying year. I'm not sure why they didn't just choose mainen. Maybe there's some sort of connotation to it that I'm not familiar with. Itsumo no toshi wa 12月. This is supposed to be kara. 3月に流行しますが. So it spreads. Ryuko shimasu can also be used for fashion, apparently. When I looked it up, it means like spreads, gets fashionable. Itsumo no toshi wa, every year, or the usual year, from 12月から3月まで, from the 12th December through March is what it's called in English, ni ryuko shimasu. Really quickly, the plain form of the verb, not the plain form, noun, there we go. These shimas, and like, when a verb ends in mas, I want to type in Japanese, thank you. This has two translations. The habitual, I go to school every day. So this is like, I do go to school. The habitual, let's do that first. So the habitual, or it means future. I.e., I will go to school. Almost always in English, these are the two best translations for the plain old mas/ru form. /ru. Oh, ru. So when you're doing the plain form, you see the ru, the su, the ku, the do, the whatever. And then you see the mas, not mashita, not masen, none of that. When it's just the mas form, it means that either something happens habitually or it will happen in the future. So notice I will go and I go to school. So, this is ryuko shimasu. It spreads or it epidemifies every year around December and March. But this ga. So we have a sentence, sentence plus ga plus more plus another sentence. This is just a but. Blah 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 blah. Ooh, in Japanese, but. Ooh, I'm in capital. But blah 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 blah. So the ga particle is just saying but. So every year around December and March, it spreads. But 今年は this year. Notice how the wa particles are contrasting each other. So itsumo no toshi wa. Oh, hi Kenji Tange. You should not be broadcasted. I know you because he's evil. No, he's just a friend, and maybe he doesn't want to see his name on there. All right, itsumo no toshi wa. Blah 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 blah. Kotoshi wa. Blah 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 blah. So these wa particles are contrasting each other. Every year this happens, but this year. So that feeling of this year is what this wa particle is doing. Every year it does this, but this year, totemo, very hayaku. Oh, hayaku. Hayaku, hayai is early, quick. This hayai is early. Totemo hayaku ryukou ga hajimarimashita. So the epidemic has begun. So hajimarimashita. The epidemic began hayaku. Okay, so that is normally an E adjective. New slide. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, I guess I'll have to copy a slide. Maybe I'll just leave a blank one, and I'll just delete everything. Woo! Okay, so we have E adjectives, and we have not adjectives. If you didn't know this, then guess what? We have two different types of adjectives. Do we have any questions so far? No, but we have a single viewer. Hello, viewer. I hope you're enjoying the show. Adjectives modify things. Adverbs modify verbs. In Japanese. And that's with the lowercase j because I'm lazy. However, you can turn these adjectives into adverbs via two simple tricks. Okay. E adjectives, E changes into a ku. That's not Japanese, ku. And then the na of the na, whatever, na adjective turns into a ni. If you do these two things, it adverbifies them. So here we have hayai, which is early. Hayaku means like it does something early, quickly. Early, yeah, gosh, I guess early is an adverb. But anyway, quickly, quick versus early. Hayaku ryukou ga hajimarimashita. So it has the contagion, the epidemic has begun or began. The infection, the epidemic, I guess they're translating as epidemic. The epidemic began quickly, early, very early. Totemo hayaku hajimarimashita. So totemo hayaku hajimarimashita means it began quickly this year. Totemo hayaku ryukou ga hajimarimashita. This year, kotoshi wa. This isn't the subject of the sentence. This isn't the subject of the sentence. The wa particle doesn't mean the subject always. Here it's showing contrast. Itsumo no toshi wa blah, blah, blah. This year wa blah, 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 blah. Totemo hayaku is modifying hajimarimashita, and ryukou is the noun of this clause right here. So the infection has spread the epidemic has spread very early this year. 今月14日20日までの1週間に so here we have this month from the 14th to the 20th made. So made means until. If you could put a kara there. Made kara. Then we're going to do something cool after that. We're going to do time period plus ni plus something number of events. So when you see this time period plus ni plus number of events, it means event happens number per time period. So here we have 今月14日から20日までの1週間に. So this no particle sounds weird, but after made, so from the 14th to the 20th made, so from then until then, that makes a 1 week, right? That's 7 days. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 1 week, right? So this month's week of the 14th to the 20th, 1週間に in 1 week, this week specifically, インフルエンザになって東京都にある419の病院などに来た人は652人でした. Long sentence. Okay, so basically we have 419 clinics, Nado, and things like. Whoop, I think that's my wife coming home with my barba. Nouns plus Nado. Things like nouns, etc. Okay, so here we have 419の病院など, so 419 places like, 419 clinics, or, things like clinics is what the nado is adding. 419 clinics and things like clinics. Ni Kitahito. So here's an important one. We need to emphasize this every single video. Verb plus noun. Plain form verb, that is. Plain form verb plus noun. Equals the noun that verbs. Slash the noun who verbs. Okay, so right here we have hito. People, person. Kitahito is people who came to a location. Where did they come? They came to clinics and places like that. Clinics nado. Okay? Which clinics? once again, we have byoin being modified by another verb, aru. Aru is like where something exists. So clinics that exist in Tokyo. Okay? So I mean, this is really useful. Verb plus noun is very useful for dealing with, for making any sentence. So here we have Tokyo 都にある419の病院などに来た人は. So people who came to 419 clinics and the sort in Tokyo. What? So the number of people who came to these clinics, 652人でした. It was 652 people in Tokyo. Influenza ni natte. So coming down with influenza, having influenza, breaking out in influenza. Influenza ni natte. So influenza is like a disease, and ni naru means to become. So let's oops. Oh no, my baby! My baby! Let me go check on my baby. Alright, what the heck was I talking about? Nouns, nado, things like nouns, etc. Oops, is she gonna cry? Hey there, it's okay. We're just gonna translate some Japanese, okay? Okay. Influenza ni naru. Oops. Influenza ni naru must mean to come down with influenza. Okay. It seems like when I hold her, she doesn't cry. So, influenza ni natte. That is to basically come down with influenza. Usually, when you have a noun plus ni naru, it means to become the noun. So, influenza is kind of like the state of having influenza. Influenza ni natte. Coming down with influenza. Tokyo to ni aru 419の病院などに来た人は. So, people who came to 419 clinics and places like that in Tokyo, coming down with influenza, 652人でした. There were 652 of them in the 1 week, of the 14th to 20th. 平均すると, 平均 is the word for average, so 平均する is taking that on average or on average. So in English we use on average, which is like a preposition plus a noun, on average. However, here they're using 一つの病院に, they're using a verb, 平均すると, to take that on average. 一つの病院に, in one hospital. So this is kind of like the ni particle with the number of events. However, they're not using number of events. They're using a location. So this is the same ni. This is the same concept. 一つの病院に, in one hospital, 1.57 人. So 1.57 人. So for each, in one clinic, it's on average 1.57 people が来たことになります. It has come to be, ことになります is kind of just ignorable when you're translating, to be totally honest. It has come to be that on average 1.57 people have come to one hospital or whatever. So that's kind of the koto ni narimasu you can mostly ignore. It is that. On average, it's that 1.57 people came to each hospital, basically, is what's happening there. That's not really too much worth dwelling on. Let's see if there are any questions or comments. I got here from a 6-month-old Reddit thread. Oh my goodness, what were they talking about in that one? Hope it was worth it. Script works X, yeah. Sorry you can't see my face. My baby. Oh, my belly's getting big. Oh my goodness. All right, I gotta go work out some more. Ooh, watch out, girl. Watch out. Ooh, no. Okay, there you go. Let's see, what do we got today? 平均が1人以上になると流行が始まったと考えます. So once again, we have grammar we've already learned. We got grammar we've already learned. To kangaimasu, that's how something is communicated. Remember the to particle? So something is communicated. The method of communication here is kangaimasu, which is to think a certain way, to think. So it is thought that, so to kangaimasu, it is thought that, what's that? Something begins, hajimata, something has begun, something begins. What begins? The epidemic begins. The epidemic begins. It is thought that an epidemic begins. This to particle after a noun, after a verb, tells you when. So, when, it's kind of the conditional. When, on average, it's more than one person. When it comes to be more than one person, the epidemic has begun. It is thought. It is thought that when more than one person comes down with it on average, it's an epidemic. Dun, 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 dun. They must be talking about like at a clinic. Isn't that right, honey bunny? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'll stop dancing with my baby. My baby! Influenza no ryukou de kurasu nado o yasumi ni shita youchien ya gakkou wa. That is a long freaking subject. Influenza no ryukou, the epidemic of influenza, de, by means of, or because of, in this situation it's more like because of, but it means by means of the epidemic of influenza, de, by means of the epidemic of influenza, kurasu nado, class, things like classes, yeah, that's right, things like classes, remember nado means and things like after a noun, we've already learned that, kurasu nado o yasumi ni shita. Yasumi is a noun. It means to take a break, to take a day off, to rest, to chill. Ni suru is decide to do, to decide to make the noun, to make it a noun. So to make it. So to make it take a break, to make a break, to take a break. What's taking a break? Kurasu nado o yasumi. So to I don't know what's the best English translation to kurasu nado o yasumi ni shita. So you make class go on break. Basically, you make class cancel. Cancel might be a good word, to cancel class because of the epidemic of influenza. And then notice we have a verb, shita, modifying a noun. Youchien means a kindergarten. So kindergartens that decided to cancel class because of the epidemic of influenza. And we have the ya particle. The ya particle basically means and things like. I'm not going to be able to type, so I'm going to close this off. And things like gakko, so schools and kindergartens that decided to. So once again, this noun nisuru kind of means to decide to. That decided to take a break, to cancel class due to the epidemic. Kongetsu 20 made, up until the 20th of this month, ni 54 arimashita. So, arimashita means there were. And once again, we have a length of time, kongetsu 20 made, ni. So a length of time followed by a ni particle. So within a length of time, so within this month up until the 20th, there were 54 of them. Okay? So there were 54 this month up until the 20th, and we're talking about schools and kindergartens that decided to cancel their class because of the epidemic of influenza. Ding! Oh, no comments yet. I have unloved. I hope... I'm curious what comment it was. Let me know. I can help you out. Tokyo to wa, the capital city of Tokyo, wa te o yoku orattari. So here we have te, hand, o yoku arao. This is the verb arao. It's in the quiz that I linked to earlier. Arao means to wash. Te o arao means to wash your hands. Yoku means to do it really well, or to do it frequently, or to do it, skillfully. However, this verb is in the plain past tense form with the ri after it. Plain past ri, tari, 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 means to do things like this. To do things like this. So to do things like, wash your hands a whole bunch. So Tokyo to wa. And actually, if you look at the end of the sentence, let me see if I can drag it over. Drag it over to the end of the sentence. Toitemasu. We have once again, the way something is being communicated is imas. So Tokyo, the city of Tokyo, is telling people, is saying, the toimas means to say something. Tokyo wa to itemasu. They are saying things like this. What are they saying? They're saying te o yoko rattari. So wash your hands a bunch. Wakuchi no chusha shitari. Wakuchin is vaccine. Chusha suru is to inject, get an injection, a syringe injection. So to get your vaccines, study, shite, kiotsukete hoshii. So when you have these tari forms, you frequently find a suru at the end. However, this suru is in the te form, so it's like, do things like wash your hands and get your vaccines, and kiotsukete hoshii. They want you to be careful. Verb te hoshii means they want you to do something. They want you to do something. So, I don't know. Pizza tabete hoshii. I want you to eat pizza. Pizza tabete hoshii. I want you to do something. Kiotsukete hoshii. They want you to take care. They want you to be careful. Tokyo to wa. All of that stuff toitemasu. So this capital city of Tokyo is telling people they should wash their hands and get their vaccines, and they want you to be careful. Cool. Tari suru. That's an important one that comes up frequently in these NHK easy vids. Nijigo. Oh my gosh, that's a big pop up. Nijigo Nichi on the 25th. Kokuritsu Kansen Shou Kenkyu Shou. Kokuritsu Kansen Shou. I don't think I can pronounce this right. It's the first time I've seen this. Kokuritsu Kansen Shou Kenkyujo. Kenkyusho. Kokuritsu means country established, so basically a public. Japan established this. Kansen Shou, infectious agents, infectious diseases. Kenkyusho, research department, or research lab, laboratory. Oh my gosh. Cover up your belly. Wa, so they're doing something. Guess what? Look at the end of the sentence. We have to happyo shimashita. Once again, we're quoting how something is communicated. So what comes after the wa, Nihonju de influenza no ryuko ga hajimatta, all of that is being communicated by the Kokuritsu's Kansensho Kenkyusho. Jesus, that's hard to read. And the way it's being communicated is happyo shimasu. It is announced. So they announced so that the Japanese Public Infectious Disease Research Lab announced on the 25th, Nijigo Nichi, Nihonju, throughout Japan, throughout Japan. The Ju after the Nihon is like throughout Japan, and the de further emphasizes where it's telling us where the event's taking place, where the action's occurring. Influenza no ryuko, the epidemic of influenza ga hajimata, that the epidemic of influenza has begun. Okay, I hope you guys learned something. This is a quick one, and I'm making it even quicker because, baby, I'll check questions, and we'll throw this up on YouTube pretty soon. Oh, we got one viewer. Oh well, hey, have a good day, guys. Hope you guys had a good turkey day. Go Bucks. We beat the Michigan Evils this week. See you guys.